I'm so excited for my vacation next week, I said. My dad smirked. We already went to the Bahamas without you last month. I froze. What? He finally looked up from his phone, still smiling. Yeah, it was a last-minute thing. Just your mom and me. We didn't think you'd care. I looked across the room. My mom was slipping off her sandals, her skin tanned, her hair sun-kissed. That glow didn't come from springtime in Wisconsin. You used my vacation money? I asked, more shocked than angry. My dad laughed like it was no big deal. Well, you weren't using it yet, were you? I stood there holding the envelope I'd picked up from the travel agency. My dream trip to Italy. I'd been saving for it for a year. Every paycheck I put money aside. No takeout, no weekend fun, no online shopping. I even sold old electronics to help. I was finally 2 weeks away from my trip. And now, this. But I didn't react how they expected. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I stayed calm. Okay, I said, tucking the envelope back into my bag. You do know court records are public now, right? That got their attention. My dad dropped his phone. My mom turned pale. What do you mean? She asked, panicked. I smiled. A real cold smile, not the fake one I used at family dinners. I mean, it would be a shame if the wrong people saw those bank transfers. Especially since I'm the only one allowed to touch that account. My dad's mouth opened and closed like he didn't know what to say. I grabbed a bottle of water from the fridge, acting like I owned the place because legally I kind of did. Relax, I said. The police aren't involved, yet. The room went silent. My mom looked like she wanted to argue, but she knew better. I headed upstairs but paused at the stairs. I hoped the Bahamas were worth it, because next, it's legal. I'd get a lawyer if I were you. I used to believe maybe they cared. Not loved, that was asking too much, but cared enough to treat me like family. I was wrong. Them stealing my vacation fund wasn't just crossing a line. It burned the whole bridge down. Let me explain. A year ago, I moved back home to save for my Italy trip. I told them my plan. Work hard, save every penny, finally do something for myself. My dad didn't care. My mom gave me that sweet fake smile, the one she uses when she wants me to stay predictable. I worked long hours at the firm, barely slept. No new clothes, no weekend getaways, no takeout, not even Spotify Premium. Every cent went to my travel fund. My first mistake? Letting my mom handle the account. It'll earn better interest, sweetie, she'd said. While I was killing myself working, they were using my money to sip drinks on a yacht in the Bahamas. A yacht. I only found out because my sister posted pictures on her private story, thinking I wouldn't see them. But I did. Champagne, beaches, jet skis. Even my dad tipping a bartender with my $100 bill. I saved everything. Screenshots proof. The worst part wasn't just the money. It was how they acted like I owed it to them. You've always been responsible, my mom told me when I confronted her. We didn't think you'd mind. You're not spontaneous. I laughed. You mean I'm not stupid? She flinched. Later, my dad cornered me in the garage. You don't get how hard it is to be a parent, he said, arms crossed. Everything you do is for yourselves, I replied. You stole from me. We didn't steal. We borrowed. You weren't using it yet. Then why hide it? I asked, stepping closer. Because we knew you'd overreact, he shouted. Always the victim, always so dramatic. It wasn't about money. It never was. It was how they saw me, the quiet, dependable one. The fixer. I paid my sister's rent when she wasted her money. Helped my dad with his truck down payment when his credit got denied. Paid my mom's dental bill when she needed it. They called me their financial angel. A joke at Thanksgiving, like I was just their wallet with legs. But they never planned to pay me back. Never cared about my dreams. Never respected me. Till now. When I mentioned legal action, everything changed. My dad looked scared. My mom's face went pale. They knew it wasn't just wrong, it was illegal. And the best part? 2 days later, my mom brought a pie to my room. No apology. No money back. Just a pie. She set it on my desk with a fake smile. Your favorite. I looked at her like she was glass. See-through, breakable, empty. You really think a cherry pie makes up for stealing almost 10 grand? I asked, pushing the pie back toward my mom. Her fake smile faded. Stop being dramatic. We're family. I stood up, walked to my filing cabinet and pulled out a folder labeled, Evidence. Bank records, screenshots, photos. I dropped it on the table. It made a heavy sound. Start treating me like a stranger, I said. Because I'm about to treat you the same. Then I walked out, past my mom's shocked face, past my dad listening from the stairs, past the old version of me who would have let them get away with it. That version was gone. Next week I should have been flying to Rome. No. I was going to burn this whole lie down. It started with a knock at the door. Calm. Steady. The kind of knock that makes your stomach sink. I was in the kitchen drinking coffee planning when to move out. I peeked through the blinds. A man in a black suit holding a folder. Serious face. Not a salesman, a process server. I opened the door. Are you Daniel Rivera? He asked. Yes. You've been served. He handed me an envelope and walked away like it was nothing. Inside, court papers. A civil case. Unauthorized use of over $9,700. Financial rights violation. Misuse of a joint account. Filed by me. Against my own parents. I turned around. My mom was there, pale, wearing her robe. What's that? She asked. I dropped the envelope on the table. Exactly what it looks like. Her hands shook. You're taking us to court? I warned you, I said calmly. I gave you time. I gave you chances. We're your parents, she snapped. You're thieves, I replied. Parents don't steal from their kids to buy beach drinks and massages in the Bahamas. Just then my dad walked in tying his tie. What's happening? Check the table, I said, sipping my coffee. He read the papers and exploded. You've lost your mind. You want to sue us? Do you know how that looks? It looks like justice, I said. You're going to humiliate your own family over a vacation? That vacation was everything I worked for this past year, I snapped. It wasn't yours to touch. We gave you life, he shouted. Everything you have is because of us. You think saving for a trip means we owe you something? Grow up. Grow up. I stepped closer. You forged my signature. You moved my money from an account I opened. You used my social security number. That's illegal. I could have you arrested. My mom gasped. You wouldn't. Try me. The room went silent. They finally realized they'd pushed me too far. Then came the act. My mom collapsed onto the couch like she'd been attacked. I can't believe you're doing this, she whispered. After all we've done for you. Save it, I said. The only thing you've done is help yourselves to my money. My dad's face turned red, fists clenched. You want to play dirty? Fine. But don't expect this to end well for you. Family courts don't like spoiled brats suing their parents. I smirked. This isn't family court. It's civil. And I've got the proof, bank statements, screenshots, and the account application with only my signature. His jaw tightened. Oh, and the emails, I added. The ones where Mom said, don't worry, he'll never notice. He's too soft to confront us. My mom's head snapped toward me. You read our emails? I didn't hack anything, I said. Use my old laptop. It syncs all your mail. She went quiet. I turned and walked toward the stairs. You've got 30 days to respond. After that, the hearing starts. Then wait, my mom called. Let's talk about this. No more talking, I said. No more pie. No more guilt. No more games. She sobbed. We're family. Families don't do this to each other. Exactly, I said, pausing on the stairs. But you did. So, what does that make you? That night they held a family meeting in the living room. I didn't go, but I heard it all through the vents. Whispers about how I'd changed. How the internet poisoned him. How he's always been the fragile one. My dad said they'd get the lawyer cousin to scare me into dropping the case. But it didn't matter. The case was in my name. With my evidence. Filed through a legal aid group that helps people like me, victims of financial abuse. I wasn't backing down. The next morning I booked a hotel. Packed my bags. And before I left an envelope on the kitchen counter. Inside was one paper. You took $9,700. Boozing me? Priceless. Then I left. Let them scream. Let them curse. Let them sit in the silence I left behind. Because this wasn't just about the money. It was about me. For once I was done asking permission to exist. I moved out that night. Quiet. No one stopped me. No hugs, no guilt trips. Just the sound of my suitcase rolling down the stairs. And freedom. The hotel was small but clean. Fresh sheets. Quiet. A bathroom all to myself. And that first night with no controlling dad, no fake smiling mom. I slept for 10 hours. For the first time in years, no dreams of waking to family duty. I woke up to a call. I already knew. 4 missed calls. 2 voicemails. 7 texts. All the same, you should be ashamed. You'll regret this. I ignored them. Made coffee. By day 2 they sent backup. Mom's friends. Her sister. A cousin I hadn't seen in years. All with the same message. This is your family. You've lost it. Suing your own parents? I saved the screenshots. Biz now. I wasn't scared. I was done being the good kid. I only replied to 2 people. Aunt Martha texted, I know they messed up, but isn't this a bit much? I wrote back, they stole my money. Manipulated me. Then acted like it was no big deal. This isn't too much. It's called consequences. 3 days later the silence ended. I got a call from my parents' lawyer. They wanted a deal. They offered to pay me back. Half. I repeated. You've got to be kidding. It's a goodwill gesture, he said. My goodwill was not calling the cops. You've got 3 days. Pay me everything or this goes public. I wasn't bluffing. I'd already talked to a local reporter who loves exposing stories like this. He loved the drama. On day 4 my mom came to my hotel. Knocked on the door. I didn't open right away. I don't want to fight, she said softly. I just want to talk. I opened the door. She looked different. No makeup. No fake smile. Just tired. We didn't think you'd take it this far, she said quietly. I warned you, I replied, cold as ice. This is going to tear our family apart. I nodded. You already did that. She sat down on the edge of the bed. Your father, he's angry. But mostly he's scared. He should be. She sighed. We'll pay it back. All of it. But what? You have to drop the case. And forgive us. I didn't say a word. You've made mistakes too, she added. Maybe this is all a misunderstanding. I laughed. It wasn't funny. This wasn't a misunderstanding, Mom. It was stealing. You planned it. You hid it. And now you want forgiveness. So, what do you want? I stood, looked her straight in the eyes. I want every cent plus extra for emotional damage. And I want you both out of my life. She looked away. You're cutting us off over a few $1,000s? No, I said. Over my self-respect. She left. I called my lawyer. Told him I'd agree to a deal, but only after full payment and a written apology. No apology? We go to court. On day 5 the money arrived. $9,700 plus $500 for damages. Payment note. Private settlement. No admission of guilt. I laughed. They still couldn't say sorry. But I didn't care anymore. First thing I did? Booked my trip to Rome. Departure, May 17th. Plan my life. Finally. The flight to Rome was peaceful. No crying babies. No annoying people. Just the steady hum of the plane and the growing feeling that I was finally free. I stared out the window as we rose above the clouds and whispered to myself, you did it. I didn't mean the vacation. I meant surviving them. 3 weeks in Italy. I saw sunsets over the Vatican. Colorful cliffs along the coast. Coffee so good it felt holy. I met people who laughed without games. Who said thank you and meant it. I danced at a street concert in Naples. Cried quietly in front of a Caravaggio painting. Let the wind off the Mediterranean remind me what peace feels like. I didn't think about my parents. Well, maybe once. On the 5th day I checked my email. Subject, can we talk? From, Dad. I laughed. A deep, bitter laugh from someone who's done caring. I didn't open it. A few days later another email. Subject, we miss you. From, Mom. Attached was a photo. My parents and sister sitting on the porch. Their faces empty. No smiles. No warmth. Just a family realizing their cash cow was gone. I didn't reply. Instead I posted a picture of me on a rooftop in Florence. Wine glass in hand. The city glowing behind me. Caption, unbothered. Unavailable. Unapologetic. The comments flooded in. You look free. Your glow up is dangerous. What's the secret? I replied to one. Peace isn't cheap, but it's worth every penny. When I got home, I moved into a small apartment by the river. No roommates. No parents. No tension. Just peace. I painted my bedroom dark blue. Lit candles for no reason. Bought flowers every Sunday. Cooked meals for one like it was a celebration. The fridge had no angry notes. The drawers didn't smell like control. I started drawing again, something I hadn't done since I was 15. The sketches turned into faces. Some looked like me. Versions of me I never thought I could be. And most importantly, I stayed silent. No calls. No texts. No, maybe I overreacted. I didn't. But karma works quietly too. 2 months later, I got a text from an unknown number. Hey, I just want to say thank you. Mike, your cousin. I cut ties with them too after what they did to you. I never had the courage. But you did. You made the rest of us realize we can walk away. Then another message. My parents always called you the weird one. Now I know, you were just the first one awake. And one more from a surprise sender. Kelly, my sister's best friend. Your mom told everyone you were unstable. Said you were having a breakdown. But I remember when she borrowed money from you for dad's surgery. And bought new kitchen tiles instead. You weren't unstable. You were done. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. But I saved every message. The folder name? Proof of Freedom. One rainy night in October, I got a voicemail from Mom. Her voice sounded small. Broken. We're selling the house. It's too big now. Too quiet. Your sister barely talks to us. Your father, he barely speaks at all. I don't expect you to call back. I just wanted you to know, you got what you wanted. You won. I stared at my phone. I survived. Winning would mean they changed. Surviving meant I did. I blocked her number. No anger. No hate. Just closure. That night I sat by my window. The city outside was glowing with rain and soft light. A couple argued below. Someone played jazz on their balcony. I poured myself a glass of wine and whispered to the kid I used to be. They didn't break you. They tried. But we made it. And we're just getting started. The storm was over. All that was left was peace.